I hit them like that, I don't mind what it looks like.
Hey Sam, okay mate, I think we need to also, maybe just chat about sort of what you want to do and what you think's holding you back. Golf swing is pretty sort of compact and neat, but if swings are compact and neat, a little flat, a little short, then you need a lot of body work, and you're kind of doing it more sort of with your arms than anything else. I see in your pre-shot routine that you're trying to figure out something with firing hips on the downswing. But maybe you just need to have a chat about what your goals are in terms of scoring and ball striking and flight, those types of things. But initial setup is pretty neat. I'm not too happy with the weight here, so we're a little deep with the weight on the heels. We want to try and, especially for a tall guy, trying to move these feet back a little bit and just balance your hips on top of your feet a little bit better. From there, as I say, it's a little short and flat. It is under the plane. Okay, so we're not going to generate much from there, especially, with quite an armsy move. And then that sort of right tip is lifting a little bit and getting a bit locked out. So although you're trying to clear, it's very, very hard to clear from there. So I would start with we'll chat about it, but I'll start with the setup and also just maybe try and get this arm swing, to go a little more upright without affecting the swing plane too much. Okay, so from there, you can see very little of your body moving. It's just really independent arm movement. Grip and club face and stuff all look good. Posture's decent. And then from there, we really need to work those legs much harder and much earlier. So the other thing with short swings is that the leg work actually starts before the end of the backswing. So it can all synchronize nicely at impact. We can see here that the arms and a little bit of shoulders move first on the downswing, and the hips just don't have time to open up. Okay, so you're swinging on a nice angle on the way down, and the club face is decent. Chest kind of over the ball, but there's just not a lot there, is there? And then we can see, obviously been thinking about it a little bit. We can see that hip trying to go, but it's just kind of going underneath you where it kind of should have started. Okay, so, your club positions and stuff all quite good, but we've just got to understand how to use a lot more body work, and then, chat about the length of the swing to incorporate the leg work that you're after. And if we do that, then you should pick up a nice sort of bit of ball speed, and you start flushing the ball a little bit better. Okay, and then very much the same with the driver. Okay, a little flat inside, but we must remember that short swings require extra body work and then earlier leg work almost before the backswing finishes. Okay, so a little bit under again. Okay, a lot of arm movement, not a lot of body work. Club face, face to plane, all that kind of stuff, really good. And then the same little move here, you'll see that right tip kind of slide, very early arm work there. Got to use those legs much earlier if you're going to swing it that flat. And then you'll see how that right tip kind of slides underneath you and gets stuck there. Okay, and obviously some posture issues there, but basically, if you'd set up to hit there, I'm talking more about swing efficiency and stuff, really starting to flush the golf ball, but the chances of hitting it on that red line are quite slim at the moment. Okay, so yeah, let's chat about whether we want to keep that plane there and then add in the body work and the different leg work, or the earlier leg work, shall we say, or whether we think it's worth it to lengthen and steepen that that backswing arm, or that arm swing on the backswing, and then obviously take it from there in terms of synchronizing the downswing. Okay, we'll chat soon, mate. Okay, so what I want you to watch Rahm with the short flat swing is how early and different the change of direction is in the hip work compared to what you're trying to do. Okay. Hey Sammy, okay, sure. Hey Sam, okay, cool. So yeah, there's a video. Obviously we need to sit down and have a discussion, or well, not sit down, but have a discussion over the phone about what we want to do. But basically we've got two options, right? So option number one, okay, we're going to try and get this arm swing to go a little bit more upright, okay, and then that should match what you're trying to do on the downswing. Alright, otherwise if we're going to keep that sort of arm swing short and flat, okay, like we saw in that Jon Rahm video there, okay, we got to get going here a lot earlier, okay, almost while this club's still going back. It's the only way to give us time to get into that strike position that I think you're aware of and that you're trying to do anyway. Okay, so my preference, I think, would be to gradually start lengthening and getting that arm swing a little bit more upright. Okay, it's really hard on your body to swing there. You really have to learn how to rotate really aggressively and really hard, and then obviously from there stay in your posture, which possibly we know might already be an issue because when we're trying to clear, we're getting a little bit stuck there. Okay, so let's chat about it and figure out what the best course of action is. But I think, you know, overall you've got a lot of good stuff going on there. So let's figure out some sort of disciplined direction in terms of this is what we're going to work on. And then that will immediately lead to sort of more committed swings, better than anything else, and then slowly that technique will start to follow with that as well. Okay, so in terms of the grip and all that and how you're trying to swing the golf club, it's all kind of there and thereabouts. It's just a bit mixed up in what you're trying to do and obviously does not synchronize on the downswing. Okay, so let's have a chat and then we'll figure out how to move forward, and yeah, should be fun.